Aren't you just sick and tired of hearing about safety? Don't you believe that people in every industry are going overboard on this safety campaign? You hear about safety in industry, hotels, schools, and medical facilities, even in the transportation industry. What's the big deal? One of the reasons organizations keep hitting you on safety is a thing we call safety awareness. It's human nature not to think about safety, so the more you hear about safety, the more it's ingrained in your mind. You might get sick of hearing about it, but safety awareness does work. In this program, we're going to help increase your safety awareness on one of the most basic and most talked about topics in the entire safety industry: eye injury prevention. Now, how many times have you heard, wear your safety glasses? Probably more than you want to know. However, this time we're going to make a lasting impression because we're going to show you some things you may not know about your precious eyes. What contributes to eye injuries at work? Not wearing eye protection. 3 out of every 5 workers injured were not wearing eye protection at the time of the accident. Wearing the wrong kind of eye protection for the job. Most injured workers were most likely to be wearing eyeglasses with no side shields. What causes eye injuries? Almost 70% of eye injury accidents result from flying or falling objects or sparks striking the eye. Injured workers estimated that nearly 3/5 of the objects were smaller than a pinhead. Most of the particles were said to be traveling faster than a hand-thrown object when the accident occurred. Contact with chemicals caused 1/5 of the injuries. Other accidents were caused by objects swinging from a fixed or attached position, like tree limbs, ropes, chains, or tools, which were pulled into the eye while the worker was using them. Where do accidents occur most often? Potential eye hazards can be found in nearly every industry, but more than 40% of injuries studied occurred among craft workers, such as mechanics, carpenters, and plumbers. Over a third of the injured workers were assemblers, sanders, and grinding machine operators. Laborers suffered about 1/5 of the eye injuries. Almost half the injured workers were employed in manufacturing. Slightly more than 20% were in construction. How can eye injuries be prevented? Always wear effective eye protection. 94% of injuries to workers wearing eye protection resulted from objects or chemicals going around or under the protector. Eye protective devices should allow for air to circulate between the eye and the lens. Only a small percentage of workers injured while wearing eye protection reported breakage of the equipment. Nearly 1/5 of injured workers with eye protection wore face shields or welding helmets. However, only 6% of workers injured while wearing eye protection wore goggles, which generally offer better protection for the eyes. Best protection is afforded when goggles are worn with face shields. Better training and education. The Bureau of Labor Statistics reported that most workers were hurt while doing their regular jobs. Workers injured while not wearing protective eyewear most often said they believed it was not required by the situation, even though the vast majority of employers furnished eye protection at no cost to employees. About 40% of the workers received no information on where and what kind of eyewear should be used. Maintenance. Eye protection devices should be properly maintained. Scratched and dirty devices reduce vision, cause glare, and may contribute to accidents. We highly recommend eye examinations on at least an annual basis, or any time you believe your vision has any type of symptoms or abnormality. There are several diseases of the eye that can be discovered upon examination. As you get older, your vision has a tendency to fail, necessitating the need for glasses or other corrective procedures. Macular degeneration, cataracts, glaucoma, retinitis pigmentosa, cancer, and other eye problems can be quite serious. According to Prevent Blindness America, by the year 2030, twice as many people will be blind as are today. Macular degeneration will continue to be the leading cause of blindness, and there will be a near doubling of the total cases of glaucoma. Let's take a quick look at how certain diseases affect a person's vision. From a starting point of regular vision as shown in this photograph, we can see in this photo a person with macular degeneration has distorted vision of the same scene. A person with age-related macular degeneration also has a very distorted view. Can you imagine operating a vehicle with this type of vision? A person with cataracts will have another type of view, somewhat like the scene is out of focus or the eye has a filter between the scene and eye. The serious disease of glaucoma distorts the scene in this manner. The effects on vision can be slight or very serious, depending upon the stage of the disease. Myopia also distorts a person's vision in approximately this manner, like the scene is out of focus or, in some cases, a different distortion. No one wants their vision distorted or interrupted, so it's up to you to have eye examinations to determine if you have such diseases or other vision problems. Waiting until the vision becomes a major problem could result in loss of vision or permanent damage to your vision. In your work environment, when your eyes are exposed to hazards, prevention is the key. You prevent eye injuries by wearing approved personal protective equipment. Notice we said approved. When your employer purchases protective equipment, it must meet certain standards or it cannot be used. Knowing this, what about people who wear prescription glasses in a work environment? Prescription glasses are not approved safety glasses unless you specifically tell the optometrist that you must have industrial safety glasses. This means your prescription glasses will meet the rigid standards of safety glasses, and the glasses will have a special mark on the lenses identifying them as safety glasses. You cannot wear regular prescription lenses as safety glasses. If you are welding, you must use approved lenses for the material or welding process on which you're working. There are several shades of welding goggles and eye protection shields, so make sure you use approved shades of eye protection when welding, cutting, or brazing. Sunglasses do not afford protection from welding activities. If you're working in the sun, sunglasses can help shield your eyes from the harmful rays of the sun. However, most people believe that any type of sunglasses prevent ultraviolet damage to the eyes. Doctors tell us otherwise. Here's a youngster who has cancer of the skin and eyes due to excessive exposure to the sun without proper protection. There are different levels of protection, so make sure you purchase and use sunglasses that will protect your eyes because not all sunglasses offer proper protection. Small children are generally at great risk from the sun's rays because their parents generally provide them with inexpensive children's sunglasses. These glasses look cool but offer no protection whatsoever from the sun. It's best to check with your optometrist for all vision products. Let's review some past experiences with eye injuries. Let's review some safety tips. All industrial eyeglasses must meet the requirements of the American National Standards Institutes. Safety glasses with side shields are required if there is a danger of something striking the eye. Goggles fit the face snugly and are effective in sealing the entire eye area and protecting it from hazards like spatter, fumes, and vapors. Face shields provide extra protection for extremely hazardous jobs. When removing your glasses after working around dust or debris, tilt your head forward and remove the glasses from the back of your head. This will keep debris from falling into your eyes. If your job involves arc welding, your eyes are exposed to ultraviolet light that can cause a serious injury welding flash. When using high-powered lasers, your eyes are exposed to non-ionizing radiation that can severely burn your retina and cornea. Certainly that's not all the safety tips about eye injury prevention, but you'll receive more training on the subject. Let's now concentrate on what to do in case you do experience an eye injury. These are recommendations, but your company will consult with their medical professional on actual emergency treatment policies and procedures. Emergency procedures for eye injuries. Accidents resulting in eye injury can happen to anyone, no matter where we work. Flying particles, dusts, fumes, chemicals, harmful rays, and vapors often expose us to potential eye injuries. Fortunately, we can protect against these hazards by using the appropriate eye and face protection. It is very important that you know what to do in an emergency before it happens. Following the emergency procedures listed below can help save your eyesight or a coworker's in the event of an accidental eye injury. Foreign particles. If you get anything in your eye, such as metal, dirt, or dust particles, go to the nearest eye wash fountain or water source. Flush the eye with water until the object has been rinsed. Do not rub your eye. This can scratch your eye or further embed the object. If the particle does not rinse free, bandage your eye loosely and seek medical attention. Chemical splashes. Immediately go to the nearest eye wash fountain or emergency shower. Look directly into the stream of water, hold your eyes open with your fingers, and flush your eyes and face for a minimum of 15 minutes. If necessary, ask someone to assist you. Seek medical attention. Light burns. If you are exposed to welding, laser, or other radiant light without appropriate protective eyewear, you probably will not feel pain right away. After 4 to 12 hours, however, your eyes may feel gritty, sensitive to light, or may get red or swell. If this occurs, keep your eyes closed to avoid irritation and seek medical attention. Cuts near eye. Do not rub, press, or wash the cut because this can cause further damage. Loosely bandage the injured eye and seek medical attention. Embedded objects. Never try to remove objects embedded in your eye. This can cause further damage. Loosely bandage the injured eye and seek medical attention. Bumps and blows. If you receive a bump or blow to the eye, apply a cold compress for 15 minutes to reduce pain and swelling and get medical attention. You can guard against eye injuries by making sure that the appropriate protective eye-face equipment is worn for the particular eye hazards you encounter. It is important to remember that regular glasses and contact lenses do not offer protection from eye hazards. Prevention is the first and most important step in avoiding eye injuries. There is nothing magical about eye injury prevention, but you must take the initiative. Think of the hazard, then take appropriate action to prevent the hazard or exposure from becoming an injury. Annual visits to your optometrist can detect diseases of the eye, even those diseases that don't have any symptoms, but diseases that can cause you to go blind. Safety awareness on your part is the most important ingredient in accident illness prevention. Thank you.